put our shading back on. Let's just select everything with this texture on now. So anything with this texture on, just select them all. And yeah, that's everything. Make sure you haven't got anything else selected that shouldn't be selected, because now we're going to put a different, we're going to create a different material. I'm going to make this a sub material, so go back out to your material, click on standard and make it a multi sub object, and keep old material, so that'll be number 1. And we're going to call this material hut walls, and we're going to call this walls exterior, like that. And then we're going to just put that back on again so we can see it. Go back to our hut walls, and number 2 is a standard material. Call this all other. There you go, that'll do. I'll just change the texture of this, the color of this, so we can see. Let's make it dark. And all we have to do here is edit, select invert, so that will select everything else like that. And then okay, we need to select that. So everything except the exterior walls. We want to make that ID 2. I can find it. Well, yeah, set ID to 2, like that. And assign it. No. Why is it 7? I said 2. There you go. Just to be sure, let's set this number to 2, like that. Okay, so we just need to make sure that this material is assigned to the whole, there you go, yeah, to the whole hut. So everything green is our second texture, everything with that 2048 grid on it is our first texture. So we've got 2 textures there. And what we can do now, we need to organize our UVs for our other space, so we need to select these back up again, site. Okay, so with this lot selected, make sure nothing else is selected, i.e. your grid walls. Just unwrap that, because we need to organize those UVs now, put them all in a nice neat space. So we'll just unwrap that, open UV editor, open UV editor like that. You can see they're all outside because that's where we left them. So that's good. What we can do is probably just select them all. Don't know what this is down here. That's extra ones. Make sure the padding's down there. Click like that, and it'll bring them all into line. And that's fine, but these two have to be the same. In fact, they can dominate because I don't care about the interior. You know, I keep saying that, so I can shrink that down a bit more and just move them. Just move them like that. Okay, so that's the hut done. So we have a multi-sub object with two different materials. One for the outside walls and one for the inside and the bits you can't see, and a large portion of that second one for these corner pillars here, and they'll be the same resolution as that, so that'll work really nice. I might actually have to make it a bit smaller, I've just realised, because if it's 2048 high, I've scaled that up, but we can change that later. So that's it. That's the hut walls done. That was quite a big messy job, but you know, it's all nice and neat now. So unhide everything. You can see it's starting to come together a bit more. We've got two more main objects here and here. Let's put a colour on the chimney before we finish. Okay, so we make this. I'll choose a colour. Diffuse. A nice blue. Why not? There's a reason why I'm putting colours on these, which you'll find out soon enough. Let's bring on our layers. Move the hut walls into UV'd like that. We're just left with 3, although the glass will be very quick, so I'll do that with the window frame, and I might leave the door to you. But what I'll do is I'll give you a challenge to do the door frame and the door, but I'll show you what I've done. And you will use a 2048 for that, and the reason being is because the surface of that lot is probably equal to a 2048, because you have to, you know, it's got sides, front, both sides, you know, it all needs to spread out across the 2048 texture, and the door's got two sides, obviously inside and outside. So that's it for now. It's getting close now, so I mean, it looks pretty horrendous at the moment, but it won't do once all the real textures are on. But you can see it's starting to come together. I mean, the textures on the roof are slightly larger than the ones on the walls, but that's fine because you're not really going to see it. You're going to see it like that. So you're going to see it at an angle, and it doesn't really matter. It's going to be dark. It's going to have stuff on top, so you won't see the difference. You're never going to get close enough to notice, to compare the two. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next lecture.